afternoon. I'm Mac Wissel, joined alongside UIndy football head coach Chris Keevers. We're excited to give you an important announcement on Greyhound football, the unveiling of the 2026 schedule. Coach Keevers, we last touched base with you in February for National Signing Day. The next chapter in the early workings of the season is Spring Bowl, which kicked off on Monday. So give us an update on what you've seen in the first couple practices you've had with the group.
We've had one practice, went well. We're in shorts, so looked like $100. No, it was a lot of energy. It was good. We'll be a little bit younger team than we've had the last couple of years, but I like our team. I think we've got a lot of talent. I think we've got guys that can run and guys that can hit, and a bunch of guys in offense that can make plays. So no, I think it went well, and our kicker's back, so it's good for us. We're in a good situation.
Always important to be well-oiled in the special teams. So the first chapter of the 2026 season begins in week 0 with the newly renewed monumental matchup against Marion on Thursday, August 27th. It was such an incredible atmosphere at Marion's Place last season. So talk about what it means to start your season off with some local competition and what you're expecting out of the environment in Key Stadium.
Well, hopefully, it's a Thursday night at 6. I hope we get a great crowd. Last time we played them at our place in 16, they got after us, and they played really well, and we didn't. And we remember that. I know I do. But it should be a really good crowd. It should be, we've had great crowds. We get great support, and being that we all know each other. Coaches, we played against each other in college. So. It's a big game, and the administrations on both sides get into it, and and the community gets involved in it, and I'm glad we're playing it.
And next up on the docket is Findlay, the reigning GMAC champions who are coming off a tremendous 2025 campaign. You'll face the Oilers at Key Stadium on September 5th. So tell us what you're expecting out of the in-region matchup with the Oilers.
Well, they're a good football team, physical team. Disappointed how we played last year. Came out hot and then kind of fizzled at the end. They're a good football team, physical team, athletic team. It'll be a great game, and I hope that should be a really good crowd because it's two top 20 teams, and like I said, it's our guys. We haven't played them in a while. Played them last year, so we recruit against them a lot. We know them real well. Our kids know our guys still know each other. They're Ohio players, so it's a big game for us.
And the last non-conference game on the schedule is Davenport, scheduled at their place on September 12th. Talk about what we should see in the final in-region opponent, and talk about the overall importance of getting those early non-conference in-region games.
Yeah, I think it's very important. As you can see, we've worked hard to get them scheduled. Davenport they're very athletic, and their quarterback's a transfer from Georgia. They've got players. They didn't have a great year last year, but traditionally they've been really good. So it'll be a good matchup for us, especially to go there in Grand Rapids. We've never been there. I know our guys will be excited to be there. So it'll be a big game for us.
And after the matchup with the Panthers, you'll open GLVC play on the road at McKendree, set for September 19th. Give us your thoughts on opening league play on the road and what we should anticipate from the Bearcats.
They play really well against us. Traditionally, a couple years ago, we were 9th in the country, and they beat us here. And then next year we went over there, and they played us. We had to recover an onside kick to win. He gets them fired up for us, and they do a nice job. They're athletic team, and they have playmakers all over the field. So it's always a good game, and I wish it wasn't, but it always is. They get ready for us.
And next up, it's the first league game in Key Stadium on September 26th, who the Greyhounds saw twice last year. It was Truman State, once in Kirksville during the regular season, the second matchup at Key Stadium in the first round of the Division II playoffs. So what have you learned from what you saw of the Bulldogs in those first two matchups last season?
Those have always traditionally been really good football games. It was a 30-20 score at their place, and that's what we're going to see. You're going to see a tight game, 1-2 score game, they're well coached. They have a senior quarterback. It's a really good player. They've got some explosive players. Also, got a big receiver that we have trouble, covering. So it's going to be one of those. we set football back a lot of times when we play each other. I think one year was 10-12 or something. So, defensively, we're both pretty stout, and guys play really hard. And it's always a big game. We enjoy the rivalry with Truman. They're a good football team.
And now moving into more of the meat and bones of the regular season, you'll go on the road against William Jewell and Lincoln, and then you'll see Missouri S&T at home. So give us how you're going to approach that 3-game stretch before your squad gets a breather before the bye.
It's one game at a time. We don't approach 3 games. It's one game at a time, and every game's for the championship, and you're fighting. We'll start out with William Jewell, and William Jewell. Last time we were at William Jewell, they got called for a face mask on 4th down, or they beat us. I mean, they were fired up. Their coach had them fired up, and they played really well against us. So it was a close game. Our guys know what to expect. We're hopefully we'll be more prepared for that.
And after the bye week, the Hounds will have back-to-back home games against Quincy and Southwest Baptist. What will it take to come out of the off week strong, and how important is it to have those late at-home games in the regular season?
Love playing at home. It's anytime in our league you don't have to travel those 5 hours, 6 hours. It's a joy to play at home. So we get jacked up, play at home, put all black on, and play really well. It's a real advantage for us when we play at home.
And the regular season finale will be on the road at Upper Iowa on November 14th. The Peacocks finished 9-3 last year, and they only dropped 2 league games last year, one against UIndy and one against Truman. So what are your thoughts on the development of Upper Iowa's program, and how will you end the regular season with a pop?
I think he's done a great job. I think their coach has done a great job. I think that the program I've watched it grow. And, we played them 3 years ago, and I thought this is a good football team, we hired their offensive line coach from that team 3 years ago, and now he's our offensive coordinator. But so, that program has gotten a lot better, and they played in the GMAC team in the bowl game and beat them. They beat Hillsdale, and so it's a great game, and our guys love playing in it, and we like going there. I mean, they got a really nice stadium, and our guys get fired up about playing there.
Well, Coach, it was great to have you in and get your insight on the upcoming 2026 season. We wish the best of luck to you, and roll Hounds.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.